Hello, I'm back again. I have an interesting topic about coming to Canada. So, how to stand out when applying for nanny position. Okay, for some people, they might take this lightly. Oh, a nanny, nothing much is required. But what I want to say is this is a very important job where parents or guardians um trusting you to take care of their children. So, paying attention to detail is very, very important. So, how do you stand out when applying for any position? So, number one, you need to know a cover letter is equally important as the resume. Why am I saying this? A badly written cover letter can even make the employer not to look at your resume. Because if you are not paying attention to detail like the spelling, the punctuation, the grammar, then some parents, they might not trust you. They might not even look at your CV like what I have said. So it's very important to make use of software like Grammarly. You know, Grammarly, it helps you to correct your grammar so that your cover letter looks a bit more professional. There's also software that can correct spelling. So make sure you are utilizing that so that when an employer is looking at your cover letter, they will be impressed. And the next step, they will look at your resume. So that increases your chances of getting a job. So that's very critical. So when you're writing a cover letter, there are things you need to understand like the correct spelling, the grammar, and everything. So when you're paying attention to detail, we are talking about the description, the nanny job description. So for example, if one of the job description is taking the kids for swimming, and if you are a swimmer or if you have engaged in teaching kids how to swim in your previous job in your current job, it's very advantageous to say, I've been swimming for the past 2, 3, 10 years. And my previous job, I was responsible for teaching the kids how to swim. So in that letter, you must add value, paying close attention to the job description. Or you might talk about the busing system that is very efficient, that guarantees the employer that you are not going to run late for work. And if you drive, better yet, or I also drive, I have a class 5. So coming to work on time is not an issue. The cover letter introduction is key. So you state your name, you introduce yourself. My name is Metha Fox. I've been a caregiver for the past 10 years. I'm applying for the nanny position as advertised in such and such. Then you add my hobbies. I love swimming. I will be a good candidate for your children because I have engaged in teaching kids how to swim in my previous job. So you gotta add value, paying attention to the job description. And another thing that's very important, why paying attention is very important, is it will show that when you're taking care of their kids, you are going to pay attention to them. For example, you have to be observant when the child is eating, making sure there's no choking. Paying attention if you see a child being quiet, a child who's always talking, you need to observe and see if there's anything wrong. So those little things, they are very, very important, and it can be reflected on the cover letter. So make sure you pay close attention to the details. And also, you have to be very truthful. Don't claim to know the things you don't know. Or like somebody says, I want an experienced swimmer, and you don't even know how to swim, and then you go and take lessons after the effect. So you have to be truthful. If you don't have experience in a certain area, do not lie. Because if anything happens to the child because you misrepresented yourself, you will get into serious trouble. So you might be wondering, how long does the cover letter need to be? My personal recommendation, it shouldn't be too short, like one sentence, or too long. I would say from 4 to 8 sentences. That's me. It varies, but that will be my recommendation. Under 10 sentences. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Ring the bell so you get notified when I post more job updates or any tips on how to write resumes or anything connected to coming to Canada. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Have an amazing day.